Chad, Mozambique, Namibia, Mozambique, Nigeria, South Africa, mwana ya Afrika Affinité. Rama, Ama, Rama, 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 C'est le moment de sauter. Attention. Africa, Zimbabwe, Senegal, Angola, Moroni,
What's going on here? Oh, okay. All right. We want to say welcome. This is your host of Freeman coming live from the beautiful state of Minnesota. The time is 4:32, and so we want to say welcome wherever you are. We say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Once again, this is your host of Freeman coming live from the Goyah studio. We want to say thank you for your time, and we hope you continue to spread the video. We appreciate every minute of your time. But before we start the show, like we always do, we like to again extend what we call open invitation to you, because we say this not because we righteous, but because we recognize the fact that it is only by God's grace that some of us doing what we're doing. And so that is why we encourage you that find time within your busy schedule to seek the face of God, especially during this time, day 20 and 25. There are just too many things that is going on. And so we have to spend some time. We have to spend some time in the presence of God, seeking his protection, asking for his guidance, and what have you, especially for those of us from Liberia, our country, Liberia. And so we meet on the prayer line from Monday to Thursday, from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 1 hour. Monday is Thanksgiving. I hope and I wish some of you have tuned in on Monday to listen to people giving a Thanksgiving. A lot of things going on. People are testimony. People are giving testimony. So Monday is testimony. Tuesday we study the Bible. Wednesday, like tonight, people come with a prayer request. And we pray together. Thursday, we also studied about. So Wednesday and Thursday, we meet in person and online. And we got people from all over America that is on our line. And our telephone number is 763-220-3265. Once again, our telephone number is 763-220-3265. We hope you can come and join us under the guardianship of Pastor Reginald Warner Chair. And so we hope you take advantage. Better stay, better stay. If if it can fit your schedule, we also encourage you. Find a God believing Bible church or prayer line where you can spend some time seeking the face of God for guidance. We also want to say happy birthdays to all those who are celebrating their birthdays in this beautiful month of August. We pray that God Almighty will bless you with long life, good health, and all of your heart desire. If your birthday fall on your wedding anniversary, we say double shout out to you and your special love one. We pray that God will bless the Holy Matrimony homes with love, with unity, with peace of mind, longevity. If you are bereaved, we also want to take this time to extend our deeper condolences to you and your family. We pray that during the difficult time of bereavement, that God will comfort you, that God will console you, that God will strengthen you as you go through the difficult time of bereavement. And so we hope and pray that God will shower you with his comforter as you and your family mourn the loss of your beloved one. And so tonight we're going to be looking at some critical issues. We just wanted to give you the lineup. I think you saw the headline. No accountability equal to failures. And so for the past few days or for the past few weeks, something that is providence within our politics. And we flag it. We flag it. And if you haven't heard, we're going to be discussing that. So I don't know how long the CNO people will continue to fool us. And it's just common sense that by now we should understand that people are playing games. And so we're going to be looking at that. We're going to be talking about JFK. 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 We're going to be looking at the tax force. The tax force. The tax force, yes. The Presidential Steering Committee on Drugs. The boycott. The Senate hearing. At which time we all can admit that our country is at a crossroad. And another thing we're going to be talking about, do we truly have a country? Do we truly have a country? Do we truly have a country? Or when you talk about Liberia, it's just Monrovia and 8 environs. Just Monrovia, most of our country, because our borders, what is happening in Maryland County, Grand Gila, Sando, and what other area, is the government actually, we want to know if the government is present, because logging going on, plenty going on, the land is being crushed on, no government present, none. And so accountability, no accountability equal failure. And I want to remind us as we dive through this all important discussion, one warning I will give: if we are not mindful, that country will be taken away from us. It will be taken away from us by our the country that share border with us in West Africa. That is Sierra Leone, Africa, Guinea, and you name it. Because again, no accountability. So what is the parameter? Because everybody, concentration, people that are representatives and lawmakers in these various counties, do they really know what's going on in those counties? And so we're going to be looking at that. But before we begin the show, once again, we are asking, what is the status on our sister that left from Canada that went to Liberia, who built a very decent house over there, and she got murdered in cold blood. Up to now, the Liberian Association in Canada, we don't know what they're doing. We haven't heard anything. If they do anything, we have not heard anything. The family are left alone. Up to now, we haven't heard if any arrests have been made. We don't know that. So if you know if any arrests have been made, please let us know. And we'll continue to say them, we'll say it over and over. The fact that we feel so complacent that we acting as if to say it is not our business. Same thing that is happening to our children. We are so selfish and so self-centered. Leadership in Liberia now, people that we elect to lead us, are supposed to serve us, they're enslaving us. And so we're calling upon the Magibi caucus, the Magibi legislature caucus, to please ask the police director, starting with the justice minister, that type of crime, an innocent, beautiful lady with a lot of potential, got murdered in the cold blood. Or Liberians, where you think people are supposed to be angry, everybody mute, because it is not our business. Part of that is the resentment that we're talking about between the people in Liberia and the people in the diaspora. Because why? Other people are upset. They think they come from America or Canada. They let us act special. We're not even willing to embrace each other. So all of that, we can see the resentment. And that is why the lady involved, up to now, as I speak, we haven't heard anything, including the media, member of the full estate, where we're supposed to see women organizations rising up, consistent domestic violence against women in Liberia. Everybody mute. Where people should be asking the question that I'm asking today: what happened with the lady? Why haven't any arrests been made? What's the actual story, regardless of all of the gossip that is surrounded around this girl? Nobody deserves to lose their life that way. And people mob just like, you almost like we do not care. And so every time we take the airwave, we'll make sure to pound this issue. We'll make sure to pound this issue until we can get answer. Nobody deserves to die like the way our sister. And it will be shame on us as a country that we will sit down and allow this type of barbaric act to go unpunished. And I say to us today, it is our sister that was murdered in cold blood. Make no mistake. It can be anybody at any given time. It can happen to anybody at any given time. So if we feel as if to say we got no fish to fry in the oil, or this is not my sister, this is not my cousins, this is not my auntie, I do not give for feed, you're making a mistake. Because the same bee that spell beautiful, that same bee can spell bad. And that is why we all should call upon President Joseph Boakai administration to make sure that whosoever committed that murder against our sister should be brought to justice. And the reason why we continue to highlight that is because every day you get on the show, we tell people we have to go back home to help in the development process. If we would make Liberia better, every one of us, every one of us, every one of us have to contribute to the growth of Liberia. And so that is why we continue to talk about this issue. And so that's it. But our next topic here, I've been getting a lot of news about CDC. Right now, CDC is a political party that is in the news. CDC falling apart right before our own eyes. But I yet to remind us, that is what I said, no accountability equal failure. And that is why our country is in the mess that our country is in. I just want to remind us, 12 years. But it started off with Doe. I can only speak for Doe because I was born in the late 70s. And so I didn't know much about Todd, but history tells me that so far, my research and what history tells me, Todd sitting in a closet by himself. But I started to know myself little more better in the 80s when the war started. But something that is consistent, there's a trend that is consistent. They're seeing people that are with the late door. And when the war started to come, as the war was getting closer to Monrovia, people started to flee the country. And when those people flee, those same people will get on BBC and they will say what about bad thing about the Lisa Makayando. He surrounded himself by his tribal people. He was not listening. We're trying to do this, but do we really buy that? Because, again, like I said, none of them have ever come out to say, I was serving as agriculture minister, or when I was serving as the managing director for Broward International Airport, or Freeman, or LPRC, or education minister, this is what I was doing. And Doe got upset with me. And so, at that time we were small. Some of us fell for those lies. And because we're not exposed, we're not educated, we were able to fall for some of those. We say, okay, yeah. And so, why am I saying this? Since Todd was executed, coup d'etat took our life. Talk, no accountability, nobody hold themselves responsible. It's always the leader's fault. It's always somebody's fault. The chances were given to them. And since though, when Charles Taylor got there, so many seen people work for Charles Taylor. The moment Charles Taylor left, they cross carpet over to Unity Party. So many worked for Eddie Johnson Center for 12 years to produce nothing. Absolutely nothing. But the moment Eddie Johnson's term was over, CDC won the election, they crossed over to CDC. I hope you guys following the trend. I'm trying to make a point. with the same old story to us. Oh, Ellie was there, Chancellor was there, only hired people, you don't listen to nobody. It started all with Doe, oh, Doe was there, you know. Oh, what can you show us? Tangible things that you did that we can point to. As a mark that you made in our ministry or in our autonomous agency. Nothing. You are given the opportunity, you work with Charles Taylor. Nothing again. The same story. It's Charles Taylor, it's Charles Taylor. Eddie Johnson King again. You are given the opportunity. You did nothing. See our story. Open begin president. All of them jump on board. Now, over little 2 years, in less than 2 years, we see some key figure within the CDC party. Serena Sifos, Thomas Fala, Sir Joseph, Milton Teje, Solomon George, and you name the rest. People are now having press conferences. Similar story. Bearing upon we are now. Upon is and what's the problem? Including your LBS chief or Eugene Fagon. So the question here is, we haven't heard any of the guys there that serve and continue to serve in those very positions. What did you do? How many pieces of legislation that Thomas Farah passed? How many pieces of legislation that you can say I introduced a bill to tackle this issue? Same thing with Sir Joseph. Serena Sifa, Solicitor General. Major Teja, you are senator. So all these same people coming back now, they're very open right now because they want to sit at the table again with Joseph Boakai. And if Joseph Boakai, which of course I know is a very smart and educated and intelligent man, I hope he do not fall for the bothering up because they only want another chance again. So you see what I'm talking about? No accountability equal failure. Because when people who serve in government for 6 years, if they can show a single thing, and that is something that is so much in our community, all people do, people gossip. People bring other people for their failure. And we tend to listen to them. They are able to say they were never part of the problem. They had the opportunity to make a difference. They never did. Henry Costa trying to make a comeback. What is the anything that we can see? We can see now. What is the anything that we can see? Spoon TV now is coming every day. You got, or how you call it? You have sedition there on the show. People who are in position that did nothing to move the country forward. But we're giving these people platform to criticize. So, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say to us here is we have to be smarter than the Liberians. We are very smart people. We're not stupid. And so what we're allowing these few people to continue to manipulate and play games with us. And that is why, because they have been very successful. They have been very successful from Tower time. Riding on the same old shenanigans. We haul middle tell them when we chancellor them when we cross the line. We know the final little middle tell begin deputy minister, also the main deputy minister on Twitter for information. He begin mute. What significance can he show all the time he's serving government? The man was a part of ball. All the guys that work with Opon. If you ask me, I'll tell you, say Opon made most of the guys. Opon made them. But they got there and they did nothing. Proper agenda. They did nothing. Because most of them were nobody. They were nobody. They only enrich themselves. And yet they are now coming back to us again with the same old story now that Sarita Silvers are known you, Ubon was door, and all that now you know. When you're parading the street. So just imagine, someday I think if Open have won the election, the people will be singing different song. The people will be singing different song. Because the fact that Open lose now, Open lose. In less than 1 year, I get a people saying, we made a mistake, my people. We disappointed Liberian people. We should have done better. We should have done better. I should have done better as a minister, as a lawmaker. But the same Liberian people get around these people, continue to give them voice. And yet anybody saying people who they interviewing, people who talking. None of them. I've said, you know what? We have to go back as a party and find ourselves. Because our agenda was the proper agenda. We failed the Liberian people. I failed the Liberian people. I should have done better. I should have been more forceful. I should have speak up more. I should have done this. But that's not the case. And so they removed that said now, everything now that open. Everything now, they put everything squared on open here. And they run into where? Joseph Boakai. Already we see the party say some of the things that happening in Joseph Boakai government. As soon as Joseph Boakai government screw up, guess what? The next person that win, they come in there again. My people, we have to be better and wiser than this. We have to be better and wiser. We can't allow the simple keep playing games with us. They are not the only educated people in Liberia. They are not. They are selfish and greedy people. And the people come and I hate to say they're innocent. I hate to say they were common bystander. No, these were put our rubbing shoulder with the president. These are people that had the president ears. What I mean, these are people when they talk, the president was listening. What did they do to improve our lives? What did they do to tackle the issues? According to them, they identify that the past government was not doing. What did they do? Same story, same place. We haven't taken a single step. Thank you, Honorable Hans Williams. They haven't taken a single step. The same people. Though they criticize Doe died, they joined behind Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor died, they joined to Ellen. Ellen died, they joined to Ellen Johnson. Ellen Johnson time feeding, they joined to open time feeding now. Then I hearing Serena Seaforth there. Sir Joseph, Thomas Fowler. These are people that have the president ears. These are people that will talk and open listening. So how can people come on and tell us that, open was a day? Are we supposed to believe these people? Are we supposed to truly believe these people? They had the opportunity to make a difference. And so it up to Joseph Boycott. Because all they throwing the train open under the bus. As soon as they get seat in Joseph Boycott government, they will screw it up, and then guess what? The same old blame game continue. The same old blame game continue. Liberians, let us open our eyes. That is the reason why people, the Henry Costa, then can put themselves before a whole country. Because he didn't get what he's supposed to get. He went against Joseph Boycott, almost gave the election to Judge Weah. So I wonder if Open going to win. What will be Thomas Faraday today? What will be Sir Joseph? All the people are talking. I can put my head on chopping board. Call it. No, I'm not going to say we're not working with you. I can put my head down. Call it. No, will tell Open say we won't work with your government because you're not educated, because you can't listen. You have your first change, you're not listening to us. No will say that. In fact, that the more time said they going to even or him man going to say he's the king. But today they work in the government, they fail the Liberian people, and now they finding ways and means to cross over. And that the single son of God. Look at Milton Teche. The men used to criticize Charles Taylor were very vocal. Senaki, I'm not telling you to say I know Milton Teche like I know anybody. I used to face a line when I worked with Telecom. Senaki, the men were every day in charge of the convoy. He tune change. Now the men a few days again, after serving as senior senator for Senate, what did he do for the people when he served as senator? What did he do? I bet Milton Teche to show me one single project that he undertake. Or piece of legislation that he introduced that improved the lives of the people in the southeastern region. And he had to face Serena Cephas, all the guys. Now they're coming up now, they're bearing upon now. But Joseph Boycott, I tell you the truth, just gave them seat. They want seat now. And as they get a seat, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? They're not going to do anything. It's all about themselves to fill the pocket, to steal. And then tomorrow, it will be on Joseph Boycott. Oh, Joseph Boycott did not listen. In fact, I would say Joseph Boycott, you know, the man are very old. You have very small people within the inner circle. That's what I call betrayal. That all the guys that will judge Open Weah, that Open could listen to them, Open make them. All of a sudden now, these are guys that distance ourselves from Open. What in this thing that we as Liberians can understand? How many times they seen stupid rhetoric will catch you? How many times? It's madness. Madness. It's madness. In how much if we pour Open responsible, we have to hold the guys responsible because they did nothing. Look at proper agenda. What did they do to help Open in the process? I keep saying it. Show me one person that Open fire for a government for doing the right thing. Show me one person. And I bet you, like I said, if Open have won the election, these guys will not be saying what they're saying. Liberians, we have to open our minds. We have to open our eyes. We have to. And so that leads me to my next point. You see, I told us that people criticize, people blame people because they just want to sit on the table. Common sense. And I don't know if the president is aware of some of these things that is happening. When I see the headline, JFK Hospital, they hack. Can you imagine this? JFK Hospital. When you look at the infrastructure in Liberia, where there is no equipment, nothing. Nothing. Again, you see the hairline, no accountability, equal failure. Some of these people were criticizing the way opponent was spending money. They criticize opponent. They criticize that the poor are buying cars, that the poor were spending money on lavish trips. Now they get the opportunity. Yes, the point we need to cash. Rescue team. Nobody coming into power can tell me they are not aware of the deplorable condition our healthcare system is in. Nobody can tell me that. Nobody can tell me that. And given the serious nature for us to see that a memorandum dated July 16, signed by Dr. Lina, addressed to the hospital chief financial officer, Mr. Joseph Massa, JFK, all on a new registration fee for what? Maternity service. This move follow an earlier directive in May, which cancel all free treatment for children under 5. Cancel all free treatment for children under 5. Think about that. Think about that. Already there is no opportunity in the country. The country is hard. The country is freaking hard. Everybody can admit. Now, here's the thing. I don't want people to feel like when we come here, we just want to talk or because we want to criticize the rescue government. No. I am fully aware what the rescue government inherited, we understand is a complete mess. But what will not allow is the policy. It's the policy. It's the policy. How can you tell us that you cancel him already the person better seek or get any treatment anyways? So I thought by now people should start feeling some kind of impact, something that look different from the proper agenda, that will start to make sense to them, that at least we are hopeful, at least we are heading in the right directions. And what I mean by that, at least our hospital system is getting better. At least we see more equipment. That's what I stand by what I said. To see that the president gave 300,000 to the committee for war crime code. We're spending money, we're wasting money. Because those are not pressing issues right now. Those are not pressing issues. And if you say why you're against that, I will tell you, say, I'm not against war crime code. What matters right now is the urgency of our hospital, healthcare. If we're dishing 300,000, if I was talking to the president, I would tell him, say, no. Let our war crime code, let it wait. Let address hospitals. You know what you can do for JFK? What you can do for redemption? Look at all the government hospitals around the country. Incomplete mess. I would never allow the president to spend money like that, including the cars that the president bought. Because there are so many things that we need. Look at our schools. Look at the schools. Look at drugs. Those are issues that need to be addressed now. The other thing can wait down the road. We got 6 years. We got 6 years. We got 6 years. They are not priority right now. They are not priority right now. And now they say they cancel treatment for children under 5. the more vulnerable population. Already see, according to the report, that if nothing is done, we might lose whole generation to drugs. When people can't afford to put food on a table, then you come and say people might pay the canceling fee registration for to say how that's supposed to help the Liberian people? How that's supposed to help the Liberian people? When we came to rescue the Liberian people, when we're supposed to rescue the people were suffering. The people couldn't get their basic need. And we say we rescue. Then you come and you look at JFK. And again, the point that I'm making, these are people. The policies that are coming over, these are people that can make a difference within their own, no, in their own power. These are people, they are not just ordinary people that can help make Joseph Barker government look good. Come up with idea and strategy. What can we do? Think outside the box. What can we do to mitigate the suffering that our people are facing? But they're adding to the problem. And all this thing is coming on one person here, Joseph Barker. Can you imagine? This specify here, I know they're talking about $25 US or $25 Liberian dollar, but I know it has to be $25 US. An admission fee of $25. Social call fee of $90. Medication and supply costing $65. Routine lab, $20. Total is $200. So you see how they play with us? They just got $200. $200 what? Liberian dollar or $200 US? I would say $200 US. $200 US. And the hospital say the hospital mandated that all patients must deposit the specified amount before undergoing surgery. Will receive to be documented in patient chart. We regret any inconvenience. This because you the memo read. Are you serious? What somebody get $200 from? $200 US from? That money had to be deposited before you can undergo a surgery. What's somebody get $200 from? When suppose can afford to get the first $25 to buy a couple rest. I don't know if the president is aware, but here's the thing. You have your first branch of government, your national legislature. It's their responsibility. They're supposed to help the president. These people are so powerful, the president get fired. In fact, they can remove the president. And now you're telling people there they must pay $200. $200. All patients must deposit amount before undergoing surgery will receive to be documented. And everything started July 15. The furthermore announced that all other services could be built as order effective July 15. However, the later move has drawn sharp criticism from Liberians, many of whom argue that the fee hikes and removal of free services threaten the health and lives of mothers and children. Think about that for a minute. Think about that. Think about that for a minute. When people are, and you know the thing is, these people live in the country. The people see how people are suffering. They ain't got conscience. The head at JFK, they do not have conscience to understand that things are very hard. Can they think outside the box that you taxing this amount of money to be paid? How you expect people to live? Are you really helping the rescue mission or the rescue agenda, or are you hurting the president? The answer is you hurting the rescue agenda. There is no secret. But you know what I mean? People just do not care. People do not care. But who do we blame? We blame ourselves. We blame ourselves. And you know, when I sit and listen to people talking about Liberia, how the country is, how things are, and I tell them, nobody will come and face Liberia for us. We have to put our hand in the dirt. We have to pull. So how can you tell us, starting from July 15, where would somebody get 200 United States dollars from? Town like this in Liberia. Town like this in country like Liberia. And so when we come to say this thing, it is not because we want to criticize. And you know, a lot of times we get into our feelings and people get so upset because they are unity party, they are unity partisan, or because no. My people, we have to put our political feelings away. We have to be honest. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? At this time, when there is no opportunity, the jobs, over 10,000 plus jobs, you're taking, you're giving to foreigner. You're giving to foreigner. We're not creating opportunity for the people. But then we're hacking up price on healthcare. We already do not have a good healthcare system. Amen. We're better than them, my people. But Liberians, let's sit down and put our hand between our legs. And the people that are supposed to speak for us, those are the people that we elected as senators and representatives. Those are the people that we elected. What have they done in the direction? They do not care because they take you almost 12,000 United States dollars. They're riding $45,000 car. They sit in an air conditioned car, air conditioned office. They go to air conditioned homes. That is what I'm saying. And some of these people already talking. That's why you can see Thomas for our deputy speaker now. He take no blame. Who he join now, he forget about CDC. Sir Joseph not taking a funny political party. But you will sit down there and you will listen to those people. Tell me, look, I think one of the mistakes you made, now when somebody call you and put you in line and give you 10 cup with 250 Liberians, you think that person like you? And I think that how you people vote, how you people sell your birthright. Or maybe making almost 12,000. They're making create opportunity for you. And within the budget, every county and district got what they call development fund. Do you even know that in the budget they got grant? They got grant within the budget. They pass every year. And so people who want to create opportunity for you. Our resources are being right out of the country. They do nothing. So the question here is, are we just satisfied that when we wake up in the morning, we stay in front of the people gate, then they give us take up a rest, and they give us $300 then we say that that person good? When we make it create more opportunity for us? Come on. Liberian got to be smarter than that. We have to be smarter than that. We have to be. And so this is a question. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Are we okay? Are we okay? Are we truly okay? If the answer is yes, then keep doing the thing that you're doing. That means you care about your children. You care about your grandchildren, your great grandchildren, your children yet unborn. And you owe it to them. You owe it to them to create a better future. And then so that is one of the things, that is one of the pressing issues right now. That is one of the pressing issues. That is one of the pressing issues. Drugs. People told me, so you got to pay $200. What a man with a child? Where they get that type of money from? $290. Starting the 15, started already. So if you put that money down, you're on your own. Come on, man. Come on. We don't have feelings. We do not have feelings. We will pause here. We'll play some music and then we'll come back. One of the more pressing issues for in our country right now is drugs. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, welcome back once again. This is the host of Freeman coming live from the Maima Goyah studio. I want to say thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all of your time. And that leads us to our next point. You remember we started up on the show talking about no accountability equal failure. No accountability equal failure. And we call names. We talk about Serena Cephas. We talk about Milton T.J. We talk about Thomas Farah, Sir Joseph, Milton T.J., and so forth and so forth and so forth. And all these people now, they're coming from all over the place now. They're beating upon, saying a lot of bad things about upon. And I told you from the beginning that these are things that started happening since Dota. People do not take responsibility to say, I feel as a human being, I was given the responsibility as senator for Sando County. I did nothing for my people. But everybody take their self, and the man who is left in the middle of the flow is upon now. So upon is everything. That leads me to my next point. You know, when President Boakai took over, he said something very profound. That is, again, I want to make this clear. I want to make this clear, my people, to my audience. Please share the video. I want to make this very clear. I don't want people to misinterpret me. I will be a big fool if I sit in a chair and tell you I do not acknowledge what President Joseph Boakai inherited from CDC. Make the mistake. He inherited a complete mess. It's well documented. We know. But policy-wise, when you say you understand that the thing you are chasing, you understand the magnitude of that job, so there should be no excuse. And so we expect, especially when we identify some things in the area going, then we expect you now to make sure that you deal with those things accordingly. What am I saying? President Boakai told us he declared war on drugs. He said drugs was public enemy number one. Public enemy number one. He recognized the need and the urgency. Our children are dying. Those people that we call Zokos, they are not Zokos. They are our nieces, our nephews, our cousins, our brothers, our auntie, our uncle, our friends, our neighbors. But they fall victim to drugs because it's so accessible. It's so accessible. It's something that they can lay their hand on anytime. Anytime they can lay their hand on drugs. And so I want you to keep to the back of your mind when I told you, no accountability equal failure. President declared war on drugs. Drugs, public enemy number one. We told you last week there was a report that came up, according to Front Page Africa, that 7 children die per day. The report that came up, that if nothing is done, Liberia will lose whole generation of drugs. And when you talk about drugs, don't just think about Morovia. Think about Banga, think about Nima, think about Tori, think about Sano, think about Maryland, think about Grand Cru, think about Grand Bassa, think about River Six. That's how fast. That's how fast. Pommy County, Grand Kidman, this is how far. Bapolu, this is how fast. Lofa County, that the drugs is spreading around. So don't just think when you talk about Zokos, it is not just happening in Morovia. It is happening in the entire country, every part of the country. Rapidly too, at a very fast pace. Now some people even telling us that the 7 people they talk about the children, they say that number is small because if you think about how many people die in Magibi County, how many people die in Grand Bassa, how many people die in Banga, that means children are dying, that number is less. So that means what the experts are saying, people are concurring to that report because they understand that, and it's no secret. Everybody understands that the whole thing is spreading. It's spreading rapidly on a very fast pace. And so the president set up what we call Presidential Steering Committee on Drugs. So what is committee supposed to do now? They're supposed to come up with a strategies. How can we combat this? Because these are national security issues. This is national security issues. National security issues. And so the president set up a committee. This committee was set up, and we want to make sure that we do our due diligence. I know we talk about Kofi Who's, but Kofi Who's name is not on the list. So he's not part of this committee. And these are the people that you can see on the list. These are the people. You see Edwin Melvin Snow, Augustine Gafuan, Yombi Lawrence Kanga, Darius Dillon, Oswald Tua, the Justice Minister. So this is a high-ranking committee. These are the people that the president say, okay, I respect these people. And this committee was appointed in 2024. That means upon taking office, that when the president spoke, immediately, he moved in that direction by setting up this committee. And so you be the judge. Are these people, what have they done since they were appointed? The Ministry of Health, chaired by the Ministry of Health, co-chaired by the Ministry of Justice. Committee include representatives from the Ministry of Youth and Sport, Children and Social Protection, Education, Finance and Development Planning, Drugs Enforcement Agency. Those also include Health Minister. So you see, Education Minister Jaso Jala, Finance Minister Augustine Gafuan, LD Director Anthony Swar. Now, the point that I'm trying to make here to you, these are people when the president spoke. If he asked me, he delivered on that promise. Because again, the president cannot be everywhere. The president cannot be everywhere. So the president set up this committee. Immediately 2024, when he spoke, immediately 2024, this committee was set up to fight. That means that you come up with strategies how to deal with the drugs thing that is killing our children. I want you to keep my introduction to the back of your head. No accountability equal failure. And that is why I told you see people like Serena Cephas, Milton Tiajene, can be brave. And I told you from the beginning, this is something that is ongoing in our country. People are given the opportunity to serve, to help make the difference. They do nothing. But at the end of the day, all that blame will come on the president's head. Now, when these people were opposition political party, these are the people that were complaining about how drugs is killing our children. We must do something. Now they are given the opportunity. They are given the opportunity by the president because he trusts them. Those names that you see over there, he trusts them. Because they all understand the urgency that we got to combat the drugs thing. We got to fight it. The men declare drugs as popular enemy number one. So the message was clear that we have to fight it. If we do not fight this thing, we're in trouble. And so what the men did, immediately he put a committee together. Hey, you guys got to come up with ways and means to make sure that we combat this. Our children are dying. Now, since 2024, we in August. Since 2024, we in August. This committee have not come up with any idea or suggestions. If they submitted it to the president, we are not aware. The step that we can take in the direction to make sure that we come back and deal with drugs heads on. And we'll read the members on the committee. Chaired by the Ministry of Health, co-chaired by the Ministry of Justice. So that means the chairman, that chairing the thing is the health minister, co-chair is the Ministry of Justice. The committee members include representatives from the Ministry of Youth and Sport, Gender, Children and Social Protection, Education, Finance and Development Planning, and the Liberian Drugs Enforcement Agency. And guess what? After one year, finally, the national legislature, maybe we don't know, God tells us how one money, or maybe somebody pays them off. They decide to call the committee member. Now, listen to this. Again, we're not here to criticize, but we'll speak truth where truth is. We do not come here to promote or propagate for any one political party. Now, those people were invited. Of course, they were invited by the host to come and give feedback on the piece of job that were given to them as it relates to drugs. Instead of those people, you say, listen to this, instead of attending in person, the officials were represented by deputies and technical staff. An act that drew sharp criticism from Senator prompting the cancellation of the hearing. Listen to this. All of these people are either deputy or technician. Where is the task force that was set up by the president? Where is the excuse? Where is the excuse that they send to this Senate for sending their technician or deputies? Ask Maryland County Senator Chipley Bo Brown. Can you imagine what we're going to take here? When these people were running campaign, they stressed the need, the importance, what was happening, how drugs were killing our people, and all these people. And you got Senator or Youngblue Lawrence Kanga or Edwin Snow, Darius Dillon. Because the thing is not happening. And these people are supposed to appear before this body to explain to the people. Since the committee was funded, take in mind, whenever the type of committee is funded, money is giving. Money is giving. Money is giving. Money is giving. Money is given for the purposes. And now the committee called in. My people, we need to know. But here's a disappointing thing. None of those people show up. None of them show up. None of them. None of them show up. But they send deputies. After a year, where you supposed to be coming to the president and telling him these are the recommendations and this is what we need to do? None of them show up. None. But I want you to remember these names. Just in case. Just in case. Joseph Buckeye. 6 years from now, some of these people will come out and say, Joseph Buckeye did not listen to us. My people, what more do we need to see? What more do we need to see? So the next question now would be, why these people should be here in contempt? These people should be here in contempt. But you know why? Because they are compromised. Our lawmakers are compromised. And that's some of the failure. These are some of the things that lead to government failure. They see, they understand the lives that they're driving. They see in a neighborhood, a community on the street. They see the children dying from drugs. If you ask me, in my humble opinion, the president may go on a promise. That's why we keep telling y'all, the president cannot do it alone. He cannot. He cannot do it alone. He set up a committee a year ago, going to 2 years. And then they invite them because they think now it's getting to a place that everybody worried now. And say you're not Liberian, and say you care for Liberia, except you just don't care. Either because your children aren't there, and so you give a damn. So now the people say, they think I'm too close to home. You come and tell us what are the mechanisms that you people are put in place, or what people have done so far, because we see the increasing usage of drugs. It's going up and not coming down. That's what we tell y'all. When y'all people like Serena Seaford are coming up because they were in similar position. They did nothing. Thomas Faraday, what did they do? Sir Joseph, everybody putting open on the bus. This is how government feel. And part of the reason why Joseph Boakai policy and the other thing that he got that he won't done, the people around now doing a part. The people around now doing a part. And that's why you see the country is so hard. Because when people are not willing to work, people are not willing to be serving to serve their people. And so they take too much time thinking about themselves. They go to bed thinking about themselves. They wake up thinking about themselves. Nowhere in that vision or dream are they thinking about Liberia. This is ridiculous. This is a disgrace. Nowhere. These are people who give, they don't give a damn. They do not care about Liberia. They do not care about Liberia. They care. That is why they refuse. If you think people truly respect the president and they want the president to succeed, all these people will be working hard. But guess what? Every time they meet, they get paid. Every time they meet, so the only concern about how much money will go to them. But are they actually designing and coming up with policy? That's where the committee was formed. How to combat. It's not done. And so there's somebody staying and tell me you can support these people for doing what they did, refusing to appear for the Senate after 1 year. But they said deputies. What sense does it make? But the most many people will be brave to say they won't contest, they won't be president. If I were the president, I would fire all these people. And when things not go right, they'll be the same people come around and say, Joseph Boakai did not listen to all. He was old, he used to sleep, he had his people. And we see it. We see it. Responsibility is dedicated to people. You dedicate responsibility. People got to be able to do their work. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. And that is why we see the increase of drugs on the street of Morovia. They care. They do not care. They do not care. They don't care. Well, our people, the Liberian people, is sad. The Liberian people is too sad. It's sad. It's sad. Because you see people will turn around and come to you with excuses and you look at them, you vote for them again. Time will come, none of them will take responsibility. We already see it. We already know that. We already see people in like Serena Seaford and now criticizing Opon. South Joseph then say Opon are the problem. They won't go to different political party. But when you hear anybody say, damn, I should have done better. I should have done better as a Solicitor General. I should have done better. I have my opportunity. And the same thing tomorrow, the same thing will be said about Joseph Boakai, because you know what? They did it to Tobo, they did it to Doe, they did it to Charles Taylor, they did it to Eddie Joseph Sedi, they did it to Opon. No accountability equal failure. No accountability equal failure. No accountability equal failure. It's somebody's fault. So you can already see people around the president, some of the decisions that they're making. Yeah, it's the same minister of health that chairing the committee. Understand. You already know the minister of health. It's the same minister of health that's saying we canceling free service children under 5. Yes. Compound problem. Children dying from drugs. You got to pay $200 to be treated. Are these policies helpful to Joseph Boakai? Are they really helpful to the rescue mission? No. We just saw that the president, again, Again, the president just established another committee to investigate what is it that thing so hard. What is it that thing so hard? Common sense. Common sense. The president said during his speech, the July 26th, it's not happening. He said he's just one man. He's one man. He said he's concerned. What the hell going on? I thought we should be making things. Look, let me tell you something today. You see leadership. Let me just give you some heads up. Leaders. 5 characteristics. 5 characteristics a leader must possess it. And they are all important. They are all important. They are very important. A leader must be able to inspire. You gotta be able to inspire people. To inspire people when people see and listen to that leader. They won't be like you. They won't move. You gotta be able to give people hope. Inspiration leads to hope. Even though they didn't see it. But because they believe in you, you inspire them. And at the same time, you're giving them hope. You say, it is not easy, but I promise you, it will get better. And they see the steps that you're taking. Even though things are hard, they will say, yes, we know by God's grace we'll get there because why? We see these steps. People should be able to relate to you. You got to be relatable. And all these things fall in line. They come in descending others. Inspire, hopeful, relate. You see it? Oh yeah, SUBOR Freeman inspire me. I know SUBOR Freeman as a leader. When somebody feel inspired, then they get hope. They say, as long as they may taking a step, I see where we're going. I know it's not easy, but I see, and they can relate. Say, oh, I can relate. Yeah. Visible. We have to be visible. You have to be visible. Because when you're inspiring people and you're giving people hope, and people can relate and see, they got to see you. You got to be able to talk to them, to encourage them. If they meet that every day, you have to be, and you got to be what? You got to be a likable person. People got to like you. That charisma got to come with likeness. If you combine all of those 5 things together, that's the reason why sometimes some of us growing up during the war, we didn't really understand the importance of that because people say, what the policy behind child status? Now I see why sometimes when war fighting, they say, oh, child status appear on the battlefront. Because why? He wanted to be visible. The more he men saw child status, they know who they're fighting for. Whether you call it, but you will start fire all the project 1 year child status were there. People pass, they saw him, you inspire. Everything is lacking. And that's why the people are feeling the pinch in every part of their body. Because they can't relate to anything. They can't relate to nothing that is going on. The inspiration are there. They can't see it. It's so the country has come to a complete standstill. But these are the reasons why our country is like that, because people are charged with responsibility. Responsibility. So if you ask me, I think that Joseph Boyka is looking in the right direction. But who are those people that are implementing? Because he say, look, Immediately the man declared war on drugs. He declared. He stopped there. He set up a committee, and those are the reporters who will be on the committee. The chair by the minister, the minister of health, co-chair by the justice minister. You got the youth and sport. You got gender there. You got all. So you see, you got a DEA. Those are the rightful people that are supposed to deal with that issue because they got the expertise. You got the finance minister. You know why? Because we know drugs is a healthcare problem. So how to flush it out of the system? Now you got the health minister chairing it. We know that the justice minister, all security apparatus within that country fall under the justice minister. DA fall under the justice minister. Police fall under the immigration. They all fall under the justice minister. Why? Because the justice minister got to be able to strategize. Because if the health minister say, hey, if you put this in place, you see, DA fall under the justice. So you see, he just stop there. Then you come in with youth and sport. Who the drugs actually affecting? Our young people. Who responsible for young people? Youth and sport. Maybe because there is no opportunity for the children to play. Maybe there is no opportunity. Other man is a double washout. Other man is a double washout. So maybe youth and sport now got to come up with programs. After school program that will have to engage. That will take them off the street. That will start to see something different. You see what we talk about leadership? Inspire, relatable, hopeful. Not there. Gender ministry, because it is affecting our female children. They're setting about it because they need to support their habits. Then he stopped there. He put the finance minister on board because when everything, in order for everything to work, we need money. So those are the key pieces that the president put on our committee. And now, after 1 year, after one freaking year, these people, they call them to answer questions and they send deputies. You can tell me people care, but people will defend them because people are friendly with them. I don't care. We're talking about Liberia, we're talking about the lives of human beings. You know what I mean? They tell you, say, if you're not mindful, you're going to lose a whole generation. If we lose that whole, who's going to take Liberia? That's why we say, if we're not mindful, we'll lose Liberia to foreigners. They will take that country. Because our educational system is messed up. What are we heading to, my people? Where are we heading to? Where are we heading to? Where are we heading to? Are we serious? The question, here's the question we all need to answer. And so we don't want to waste your time. We want to say thank you. God bless you for tuning in. We hope you spread the video. Friday, we will be doing weekend review. But once again, we want to say, my people, it is real. If we keep our hand between our legs, our country is not going nowhere. And on this note, we want to say thank to each and every one of you for tuning in. Spread the video. Friday, we'll be right back here discussing the same issue. Once again, we want to reiterate, no accountability equal failure. And so on that note, we want to say thanks to each and every one of you. Thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Blessed day. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Until Friday, we will be back here. Same time, same place. Enjoy some music and have a good evening. It's been a pleasure for you anytime. Oh, I want to say thank you to my own big brother, Hans Williams. Thank you very much, big brother, for tuning in. I want to say special thank you to Mugabe. God bless you, Mugabe. Pastor Maya Hammer will say thank you. Chairman John Maluba will say thank you. Our Wisdom will say thank you for watching. Mr. Speaker, we appreciate you. And William Bodosha will say thank you. Josmida Freeman will say thank you for watching. God bless every one of you for tuning in. Until then, this is your host of the Freeman saying so long. From the members of Goyah studio, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. We will see you, same place, same time, different day. Good night, everybody.